left the signs on
Hello, lovely disco biscuits. I have been sleeping on Liv Sangster, and it's time to rectify that. I've never reacted to a single Liv song. I've seen, of course, with my involvement in the Reniverse and the Rabbit Hole and other groups, I've seen her videos pop up. I know she's done stuff with Ren, and I did go onto her channel and see that she's got her own songs as well. I was a bit confused when I first looked because a lot of those say freestyle, and I wasn't quite sure what that meant. I know what freestyle rap is, but when it comes to this type of music I wasn't quite sure. So I did ask Liv, what exactly do you mean by freestyle? Is it just sort of noodling with a guitar and lyrics and having a good time? And she said, yeah, it's exactly that. It's nothing is pre-planned, it's just seeing what comes out. So almost like channeling the spirit of the music and allowing it to flow through you as an instrument. Those last bits were my words, not hers, but you get what I mean. I'm not sure why I haven't reacted to Liv up till now. I know that she's very, very talented. I said to her if I was going to react to any song, one of your own or one with Ren, what would it be to begin with? She suggested a song with Ren called I'm in Love.
Hi, I'm Disco Doc.
What was that, Doc?
And I'd just like to say...
No. I've had a conversation with Liv about AI and how it can be used in music, the creative industries, and I'm afraid, Doc, at this moment she's a little bit skeptical. She thinks that it can stifle creativity and get in the way of the human element, the human aspects of creativity. So thanks for your input, but I'll see you next time in the next reaction.
Well, okay then. Bye for now, little biscuits. Love you all.
Bye. Bye, Doc. Everyone say bye, Doc. We'll get to the actual reaction in a minute. But I just noticed yesterday that Liv put on her Instagram stories, I'm looking for a crew, calling the light workers out there, a bunch of souls in a group who want to give feedback on new songs, help promote, get involved in creating stuff, make artwork, videos, basically to push the music and love out there, expand our reach, get finances, spread awareness, lots of things. Please message me if you want to be involved on pushing the music further. So if you've got any skills, either in the music industry, from the music industry, or transferable skills from your day job and your hobbies that you think could help a independent artist, then please go to Liv's Instagram. I'll put the link in the description and drop her a DM. On that note, I noticed also, and Liv hasn't asked me to mention any of this at all, or to push anything. She didn't even ask me to do a reaction. This is just stuff that I've noticed that I want to help spread awareness of. On the 15th of January 2024, so just over a year ago, Liv created a GoFundMe page that says help support Ellie and Liv with their health. And it says, hey everyone, it's taken time, consideration and a fair amount of challenges for us to be here and able to ask you guys for some help for mine and Ellie's health. We both share quite a similar story in our lives, from our traumas to our dreams, and we both desire to heal, feel nourished, energized and able to function in our day-to-day lives. And then it goes on into exactly what any money raised will be used for. So again, if you love Ren, if you love the Reniverse, if you love the associated artists, if you love independent music, then I urge you to go and have a look at Liv and Ellie's GoFundMe page and consider if you can spare a few quid to help them out. Let's move on to the reaction. Oh wait, one more thing. When I was in Manchester for the recent Knox and Vic gig, I met a few people some that I'd seen before, some for the first time. I met Liv and Ellie for the first time, and we hung out a bit after the show. And you know when you meet somebody or a small group of people and you all just click, and it feels like a bit like you've sort of known each other forever, and like you're meant to meet each other, you're destined to meet each other at that time, and the conversation just flows, and you can skip the small talk pretty much and go straight to the soul stuff, the spirit stuff. That's how that was, and that's how it was meeting Liv and Ellie and a few others that evening. It was magical. I felt blessed to have met them. I feel blessed to have them in my life. I feel like my life is richer for having met them. Ellie read my tarot. I'll put it up on the screen there. And I thought it was really interesting how the tarot part with the cards also tallied up with the life path stuff, which is calculated from a bunch of variables about me and my where I was born and my life and everything. So that was all very interesting too. Ren and Liv, I'm in love.
Sitting on my skin, oh my love, taking back all my time again. I'm in love. Take me open my skin does surrender. My time take my man, I'm king. I'm alone. I am dying by the sea. Silent space, my dear. Go meditate. Wash away your fears. Man made me, made love. Of course, Christ, I'm a loving God. See your tiny dance, set feet. Smoke my demons away. I need all I can ever taste. My man, he calls me.
Sometimes music goes beyond lyrics, beyond the words, and the words themselves become part of the instrumentation. And for me, with this song, that's what Liv is doing. It's like an extra layer. You know, if you were in your digital workstation editing software, and you'd see like a track, a layer for the drums, if there are drums, and the guitar and the bass, whatever the different elements of the instruments were. You'd also have one with the microphone input for each of their voices. And in the very realist sense, that track, that voice track, becomes an instrument, just like all the others, and that's the sense that I'm getting from Liv's voice. I saw a comment somewhere, more than one actually, comparing Liv to Jeff Buckley, and I really get that, the soulfulness, the rawness in the most tender and beautiful way of her voice. Her voice sort of drips out of her, it oozes out of her and envelops the room and washes over you and takes you over. In the same way that we sometimes say that a guitar can sing, it's a bit like her voice is guitaring. Does that make sense? That's how it feels to me. I love it. Oh, and you can't see my t-shirt that I'm wearing in its full glory, but it's from an independent artist called Jim will Paint It, and he does all of his designs in Microsoft Paint, and they're incredible. I'll put the full design up in its full glory so you can see it on the screen right now, and a link to his shop as well. It's not an affiliation or a sponsorship at all, just really dig his stuff. And now, Ren's voice. Ren does the same. He uses his voice as an instrument, but he also adapts his voice. You know, he has so many different tones. He applies it to so many different genres. And what I feel he's doing here is echoing that soulful tone of Liv's voice. And it reminds me of some of the vocal tricks that he uses in the Fred Again mashup, which is one of my favourite Ren performances of all time. I think he's doing similar things here, but I don't think it's intentional. You know, it's a bit like when you study a book at school and the teacher says, you know, and here the author, what do you think the author meant when they applied this metaphor and this literature technique, and why, you know, what did they really mean by this, and think about the parallels with this. Honestly, I think a whole load of that happens through the creative process, subconsciously, unconsciously. Again, it's like tapping into source and allowing it all to flow through you, rather than sitting there in a very calculated way and saying, I'm going to apply this particular technique at this particular time, and then this is going to happen, and then the reader or the listener will think this. That's not what's going on here. I don't know how much planning they did before this session, and I do know that Ren likes to control elements and likes to plan things in meticulous detail. You know, look at the Dead Wax show that he's just done. He couldn't have done that without an incredible amount of organisation skills. However, I think he's good at flip-flopping between that and just entering the zone. And that's what we've got here, isn't it? Two musicians completely in the zone and completely tuned in with each other, tuned in to each other and playing off each other as well. I love it.
I have lost my mind, I lost my thoughts. the sun's my sanity pouring. I wanna show your whole love me. I am teaching you. I am teaching my glory. Stage me like I'm alive, and I'm gonna be free, but
Ren's beatboxing them. We know that he can beatbox. It was fairly stripped back, it was fairly subtle, but just subtly complemented and lifted Liv's vocals there. I noticed that she was talking about being free and being caged, and I didn't quite catch the lyrics, but she talked about both of those things. And this song is called I'm in Love. And I think it's an interesting dichotomy, isn't it? That we crave relationships. Obviously relationships take all forms, but generally we crave relationships, and part of that is for to be able to love somebody and to feel loved in return. Part of it is sort of often for the structure that a relationship provides, the boundaries that it provides, the structure, the framework that it provides within your life. And I think using those two words, caged and free, really sort of exemplifies the feeling that we want something from a relationship. We want to feel bound in some way. We want to feel structured, and yet we're still our own people. We're still autonomous beings. We still need our own time, our own hobbies, our own friendships, and finding that balance in a relationship can be tricky sometimes. It can be difficult. It can lead to conflict, particularly if each of the partners has different ideas about what's needed, what's acceptable, and what's not. As a counsellor, as a therapist, I'm not a couples counsellor, but of course people come talk as individuals talking about their relationships all the time, and this is something that I see very frequently coming up. One person wants to, somebody will come to me and say she wants to go out all the time, but I want to be at home and have some chill time, and I'd quite like to spend it with her. Or he's constantly messaging other people, and that's making me feel jealous and threatened. So figuring out those boundaries within a relationship is a very personal thing, and I love how tightly, with no redundancy, Liv used the words caged and free, in my opinion, to sum all of that up, sum up all of that messiness, that human messiness that we experience in relationships.
And I smile away, like my sins away. stepper. Murderer, excuse me, Mr.
Amazing, amazing. Hot Stepper. That's the song, isn't it? Here come the hot stepper, murderer. I'm a lyrical gangster, murderer. Excuse me, Mr. Officer, murderer. Still living like this. That might be completely the wrong words. I have no idea. It's a tune though. And it really brought out that sort of reggae rhythmic strumming pattern that they that Liv had going on.
Officer, murderer, you know me like it like that. Murderer, I be the hard stepper. Murderer, I be the heartbreaker. Murderer, excuse me, Mr. Officer. Murderer, you know me like it like that. Murderer, I be the
Liv beatboxing now, love it. Two beautiful souls creating beautiful music together. What more can you ask for? I loved it. I've got whole body shivers. It's left me in a real feel good mood, full of serotonin, full of the joy of life. I'm in Love is a wonderful name for it, because I think it expressed musically the complexities of being in love, but also it was great to just see two musicians bouncing the music backwards and forwards off each other, bouncing the lyrics backwards and forwards, bouncing the guitar backwards and forwards. It was a conversation. It was a very joyous conversation, very loving conversation. I thought it was fantastic. Liv, I'm sorry that I've neglected you on my channel up till now. There'll be plenty more reactions in due course. You are a wonderful human being, wonderful soul, wonderful musician, and look forward to seeing you again soon. I am Carl, the Real Disco Doc. Peace.